Clone Alpha vs. Optimus. Starlink fuels the fear. Let's dive into it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much once again joining me for tea time. Today we have a little bit of fireside. So good, that smokiness of the lapsum. I hope you're joining me with your cup of tea, maybe a cup of coffee, hanging out, talking tech, talking photo, talking video. Today is a technology day. We'll be talking about robotics and Elon Musk and Optimus and Clone Alpha, the new robot that's kind of hit the news as of late on Instagram, on Snapchat, all over the place. And it's got millions and millions of views. Really, really interesting, kind of scary, but very interesting just the same. So I want to go through some of this with you today. I find it fascinating. I know if you've been with me for the last 4 or 5 years, Fabiola has said, listen, if you get a robot ever, you're basically being divorced. She doesn't like them. She fears them. She doesn't want like a Terminator in the house, but I absolutely love it. I've always said that before I die, I want to have a robot. Even if it's a robot just wandering around talking to me. I could talk to it and it'll give me like information and kind of like a chat GPT on feet. I don't know. Anyways, before we get into this article, I want to say that if you enjoy the content, throw it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're not, if you are, I appreciate that. Thank you. Click this little notification button over here so when I go live and when a new video comes out, you'll be notified of it immediately. And if you want to say thank you for all of my hard work on this channel, there's a thank you button. Click on that. Give $1 or $2 if you like. If not, it's perfectly fine. The video is still free. Consider becoming a member of the channel. That would be even better. And if you want more SpaceX Starlink, Elon Musk type of content, I have about 420, 430 videos just for you. So when you're done watching this video, click this, not yet, click on this link when you're done watching, and you'll find a bunch of helpful how-tos, tips, tricks, what to do, what not to do, what to buy, what not to buy, and of course the why behind all of it, because this channel has always been about the why and will always remain about the why. I think it's more important than the how. Just me. Also, if you haven't downloaded any of my ebooks, go to JCristina.com/books. JCristina.com/books. So without further ado, let's jump into this article. A clash of titans, Clone Alpha versus Tesla's Optimus. Humanoid robots are no longer the stuff of sci-fi dreams. Two titans are stepping into the ring. Clone Robotics, Clone Alpha, unveiled in December of 2024, and Tesla's Optimus, championed by Elon Musk since 2021. Clone Alpha flexes its water-powered myofiber muscles while Optimus hums with electrical actuators and cutting-edge AI. Let's explore how they stack up in price, purpose, strength, and weaknesses, especially for home use, while weaving in public fears, job shifts, and a surprising twist from Elon Musk SpaceX's empire. The cost of innovation. Clone Alpha's 279 pre-orders lack a firm price tag, but its intricate design featuring a 500-watt battery pumping water through artificial muscles hints at about $50,000 to $100,000. It's a premium product set to ship in 2025. Optimus, priced at $20,000 by Musk in 2022, bets on Tesla's mass production muscle, though its 2027 rollout feels distant. Affordability gives Tesla an edge, but Clone's early delivery might sway early adopters. Built for what? Clone Alpha mirrors human anatomy with 206 bones and 200 degrees of freedom, aiming for household finesse. Imagine it folding laundry with eerie precision. That would be kind of eerie. Optimus designed for factory floors with about 53 pounds lift capacity, eyes home use too, powered by Tesla's self-driving AI. While Clone excels at delicate tasks, Optimus thrives at raw strength. Masters of might. Clone Alpha's myofiber tech dazzles, delivering 2.2 pounds of force from a 3-gram fiber in under 50 milliseconds. Its eco-friendly water system and synthetic organ hints at medical miracles. Optimus counters with Tesla's AI, navigating chaos effortlessly. Its electronic design dodges hydraulic leaks. Clone's fluidity shines, but Optimus promises reliability. Cracks in the armor. Clone Alpha is still a prototype, with its twitching torsos and jerky limbs showing its early stage. Its water-based system could spring a leak, and its steep price may keep it out of most hands. Optimus stumbles with Musk's missed deadline, remember 2023's overhyped prototype, and an untested battery life. Clones unpolished, Optimus feels unfinished. Robots at home. Picture Clone Alpha in your living room. Its quiet hydraulics and human-like moves suit caregiving, though, according to the New York Post, it feels like Terminator meets Frankenstein, which may scare your guests. Optimus, a factory-born brute, hauls groceries but lacks warmth. Clone fits homes better if you can handle the price and the uncanny vibe. Starlink's cosmic curveball. Here's where Musk ups the ante. Optimus ties into SpaceX's Starlink, a satellite network beaming real-time AI updates worldwide. Clone Alpha, a standalone marvel, can't match that connectivity. Starlink could transform Optimus into a networked home genius, leaving Clone's artisanal charm in the dust. Shadows of fear. Public unease simmers. Pew Research stated 34% of Americans dread job loss to automation. Clone's veiny arms and twitching torso with over 30 million proto-clone video views have sparked robot overlord chills. Optimus, with SpaceX Starlink data web, raises privacy concerns. Jobs face threats too. Clone in medicine, Optimus in factories. Both amplify unease about machines infiltrating our daily lives. The future unfolds. Clone's bold challenge or Musk's master plan. Clone Alpha's water-powered breakthrough transforms robotics, sustainable, biomimetic, and daring. Musk maintains the edge with Tesla's massive scale and SpaceX Starlink's global reach, but Clone's myofiber technology might spark the next evolution of Optimus. By 2030, we could see hybrids that fuse Clone's elegance and Tesla's intelligence with SpaceX Starlink's worldwide grasp. Clone shakes things up, Musk adapts and advances. The stage is primed, the robots poised for battle. Clone Alpha surges with raw potential, its twitches herald a new era, while Optimus hums with relentless ambition. But as SpaceX Starlink satellite cast their unblinking gaze from the heavens, a sinister riddle creeps forth. What fate awaits when these creations don't just share our space, but whisper our choices into the shadows of our will? That is a great finish to this article. Absolutely, absolutely the case. In my personal opinion, it's not fear of the robot. It's fear of the AI and how AI can influence. You know, we always fear the robot, like if it runs amok and it starts like pulling limbs off or something, or starts shooting people. And we see all these special effects studios that have made these robots do these type of things. I don't fear that as much as the slow and ever creeping into our minds of AI and how it learns how we think and how we feel and how we react to certain things, and then teaches itself to not only understand us, but to actually shape us and to kind of move the needle one way or another through what it says and how it says it. So I think that this is really powerful. I absolutely love it. I think that it's great that they're moving into this type of hydraulic system, but like they said, it could spring a leak, whereas the steadfast actuators that have been around since forever that move the Optimus is going to be a little bit more reliable. I do believe that to be the case, but the fluidity and how quiet it would be just moving these little fibers using hydraulics. And then the hydraulics are actually pumping water. So if it was to spring a leak, water is leaking out and not hydraulic fluid or some type of other chemical compound that could be biohazardous, right? So just simply using water is just smart, absolutely smart. And I also think that it's smart using 206 bones in doing so. And the reason being is we are the perfect human, right? So we move a certain way, and if we can make robots move that way, it's going to be easier to transition them into doing things that we do. Also, the weight and size, according to what I'm reading, is they're going to be about 5'8", both of them, like an average human size. And they're going to be about 125 pounds, a little bit light than the average, but close enough. That means that they'll be able to lift things and move things as we would, because of that weight. If they made them 50 pounds, they wouldn't be able to lift 50 pounds, right? So there's a reason behind it. I also do like that Clone Robotics with their Clone Alpha is using 500 watt in comparison to the Tesla version or the Optimus, a 3 kilowatt or 3000 watt. I think a lot of that has to do with having to move motors in comparison to just simply pumping hydraulics. It is a big difference in the amount of power that's needed. Now, they're talking about 2.2 pounds of pressure using a thin 3-gram myofiber, as they call it. Well, how about if you double that up, or triple it up, or quadruple it up? You can see how you can now make things even stronger and stronger and stronger and still have that lifelike movement, smooth, without the actuator noise and movements. So while actuators are definitely getting smoother, they're definitely not as smooth as this is. Now, they started out by showing this thing twitching, and I think that's more hype, almost like Frankenstein or Frankenstein's monster, right, coming to life. I think that it is a smart way to grab attention. Now, they have 279 units in production. That's going to be their first run. That's not all of them. That's just the first run. And they're guesstimating it's going to be about from $50,000 to $100,000, but there's no actual price to it. Where Elon Musk said it's going to cost about $20,000 to $30,000 for Optimus, and he wants to reduce that number down to $10,000. He would like to see an Optimus in every home. Kind of interesting, right? So you can pre-order the Clone Alpha now for this 2025 release, whereas we're looking at the Tesla's Optimus around 2027. So like they said in the article, that's a couple years down the road. So definitely, if this works out well, the Clone Alpha is going to get that initial jump, and an initial jump is definitely very powerful. Can Tesla come back using mass production and all of the rest of their tricks in their book? Absolutely, they can. So where would you see these robots? I personally think this myofiber pumped hydraulic type of smooth robotics that we see with Clone Alpha is more suited for a home. Something that's going to do your laundry, that's going to fold your clothes, maybe dishes or something like that. More delicate, in my personal opinion, and more, let's say, mobile. They say that it's going to have 200 degrees of freedom, of mobility, and that makes sense. I did read, which was not in this article, that they did have to fuse some of those bones together. So while they did use all 206, like we would have in our skeletal structure, some of those bones are fused together. Now, will they unfuse them in the future as they make more and more advances? They could. And then that 200 degrees of freedom might get a little bit higher. So that is a really big thing in my personal opinion. So the way I see it, you have a possible leak that might happen with the clone robot, but when you come to the Optimus, well, you're going to have actuators that could go out. Actuators, I think, will last a little bit longer in comparison to a pump. Any type of hydraulic could end up with leaks and end up with problems with that pump, but the amount of force that is needed on the pump is a lot less than what is needed for these actuators to do the exact same task. Because remember, through hydraulics, you can make an amazing, just an infinite almost amount of pressure using hydraulics just by moving water. They could also use oil, hydraulic fluids, or all kinds of other fluids, but by them opting for water, that makes it a lot safer. And of course, battery life. It's going to absolutely need more power to run Optimus in comparison to this Clone Alpha, 100%. So in my personal opinion, I think that this Clone Alpha is a really good start. I absolutely love what they're doing, and it just simply makes sense to me. Now, I believe that Optimus is probably going to be a cheaper and, quote, better robot because it does have that interaction with SpaceX Starlink. SpaceX Starlink will give this robot full connectivity anywhere on the planet. The question that a lot of people will have is that a good thing? Because if somehow this was hacked and they were able to force feed live updates into the Optimus, you could have a Optimus army that's wandering around doing nefarious things, whatever it might be. So it could be a problem. But I really do think that Elon Musk and their incredible team over there with Tesla and with the robotics side would put a lot of safeguards in there, but it's something to think about. For me, I think that it's a good thing because I want it for conversation, for being able to have like a ChatGPT type of style conversation, but with a robot. I think that would be cool. I really don't need it to fold my laundry. I don't need it to do the dishes. I throw them into the dishwasher and call it a day. Whereas my wife, she'll probably want the laundry and the dishwashing and maybe some ironing and vacuuming would be good also. But for me, I just want like the companion while I'm working, just ask questions instead of typing on the computer. I think it'd be just a cool thing to have. What say you? Do you think that this is kind of a Terminator vibe when you see that clone Alpha? What do you think about Tesla's Optimus? Is that a little bit more up your alley? Which one would you like? Or maybe would you like none? Because you are fearful of having a robot in your home or business. Let me know down below. I would love to hear from you. And if you're shy and you don't want to put something down there, maybe put an emoji. At least I know that you got to the end of the video. I would really, really appreciate that. And finally, head over to my website, JCristina.com, where you can find all the photography tools and my tech and my merchandise and my shirts and my tees and my books and everything else. Check it out, JCristina.com. If there's something there that you like, pick it up. Help support me and my family. Many blessings to you and your family. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay connected, and stay robot free. Not me, you. Take care, guys.